Good afternoon everyone, Chris again and Amy, my daughter. So today we're going down the sewer bank. So we're doing about a 6 to 8 mile walk. So we thought, oh, you know, midweek, let's get out and do a bit. I've done this walk about 4 years ago. So I went from 22.5 stone down to 18 doing this walk. I used to do this walk once or twice a week. So today I'm going to film it. It's a long one. It's a very long path and it runs across the top of the sewer bank. So it's the southern outfall of Crossness, so it goes Crossness to Plumstead, and here's the path in front of us. It's all gravel path, so it's a nice walk. This used to separate the Royal Arsenal from the estate, from Abbeywood Estate years ago, and on top of here you had like sort of a jolly green giant towers that you used to overlook and make sure no one was going on the Arsenal. Obviously today they've built this big flyover and that connects Thamesmead to Abbeywood now across the top of this sewer bank. Yeah, so today we're going to walk the 3 miles to Plumstead. We're going to have a little look round Plumstead Bridge area. Then we're going to go down across West Thamesmead, round some lakes and canals, down to the River Thames, and then scoot away back through to central Thamesmead. Maybe get a McDonald's and a bus home, or we might walk, don't know yet. So yeah, thanks for clicking on the video and hope you enjoy it. We'll bring you back soon.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, so back in the 50s and 60s, we used to have a big wooden platform going over here. So the road used to come up here, up this bank here, up on top of the sewer bank, and then it dropped down, and here's the remnants of the road here. So this was the main road that went from one side of Thamesmead to the other. It goes all the way down through to there. So it go up and over the sewer bank and back down again onto the Arsenal. And it was like a wooden platform road that came over, that they brought the lorries and trucks over. So yeah, you can still see bits and bobs about. So we're just passing Sewell Road now, Abbeywood. We've got 4 massive generators over there, and each one of them is 33,000 kilowatts of electric goes through them. I know the first one goes through to Barking, so it goes across Thamesmead, across that park over there which is Birchmere, and goes right out to where Lintmead is, goes into an underground tunnel and over to Barking, and that's how the electric's generated and passed through across the river. On the other side there, everything's up on pylons in East London, but this is underground and you can hear it buzzing now. I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up, but there's some electric in there. That's some power. So I don't know if you're going to see that from here, but through the trees there is Birchmere Lake in Thamesmead, one of the lakes to look after, and one of the floating islands is just sitting there. Right, let's carry on towards Plumstead. Yeah, so over 30 years ago I used to do security around this area, and just over there, that blank space you can see there with a puddle in the middle, that was Cohens. It was a smelting place for all the metals, iron and steel and all that sort of thing, copper, and there's some big foundries in there, and they had a cobblestone floor, and it was like going back into Victorian times. I used to love working there because of a night I used to go in and talk to the workers in there, and they just had old dirty ripped jeans on, no shirts on or nothing because it was hot in the kilns, and they'd be in there in a warm kiln just changing the bricks over inside the kilns. And you had this old forklift you could go trundling along. It was a cable one, it didn't even have hydraulics or anything, and I worked in there for a couple of years. Yeah, Cohens and so it was. Now it's gone, history gone. Lovely old warehouse, World War I, World War II era warehouse it was. As I say, it had all the cobble floors and everything. It was horrible, dirty, but a beautiful place. It was history, you know, industrial history. Now it's just resigned to a concrete slab. Such a shame. Let's carry on. So we're just gone off the track a little bit, because down here when I was younger, I remember there used to be some sort of an air raid bunker. There's a little road here as well. Here's the little road, and there was a bunker on the side of here. I don't know if it's been buried, and I think there was one on the other side as well. And then you had this path going up to that tower, and that tower had all radio communications on it. Nowadays it's mobile phones, but they used to have big aerials up in there, big repeater aerials for all the Arsenal and stuff. Whether it was there when the Arsenal was running, I don't know. I don't know the age of this. Can't find anything on Google at the moment, but I will find it. But yeah, and the bunkers was just here somewhere. Two like machine gun posts they were. Whether they're still there, I don't know. I don't fancy falling down there. It could be down there still. Don't know. Right, let's get back on the pathway. Right, just behind that Riney sign, you can see a little like bit of concrete sticking up. That's part of the old Arsenal that's still there. I'm yet to go over there and have a look one day. So maybe one day I'll go over and have a little look and try and get that, see what it is. Patch of land. A little patch of land. Here's the tower. Look at the wires and cables and plugs. Amazing, isn't it? Imagine wiring that back up. Looks like the original building in the middle. And you've got some big thick walls around the outside of where the tower is. There's some old playground ride over there, Thunderbird 4. They used to have a few of them over there. Looks like they're knocking it down now, which is a shame. So we've just come under the white triangle, and now we're going back up on to the sewer bank. How many miles we've got? Doesn't say. And just over there is Crossrail, Elizabeth line, all their maintenance yards. So you've got their boats, not boats, trains and stuff over there. Got boats on the brain, me. Yeah, all their trains and that go onto the tracks and service Crossrail. I think we're almost there now. I can see Plumstead in front of us. It's actually quite peaceful, isn't it? You come along through here and we're literally like 11 miles from central London. Behind them trees you can actually see Docklands. It's so peaceful. Right, so underneath us now there's a thing called a portal. And a portal is the railway line for the Elizabeth line. It just goes up the side of this fence, the other side of here. And then it goes down and underground. And then that's when it starts. So from Abbey Wood to Plumstead, the Elizabeth line is above ground, then it drops down underground, and then it goes underneath this building as well. Shoreguard is a lightweight constructed building for that reason, because literally 24 inches below the building is the Crossrail tunnels. And this is the old entrance way into what was the old goods yard. You still see one of the old huts over there as well. And then this was the old gateway, still here. Nice to see it still here. Original, solid, built to last. Let's keep going this way. Right, so we're now in Plumstead. Crossrail's underneath us. And underneath the edge of that building and underneath the bus garage. We're coming to the end of this section of walk. What we're going to do is turn the camera off for a little while and go across into West Thamesmead, round the lakes and canals and then down the River Thames. So I'll bring you back shortly. And this is the Plumstead Spiral. I used to come down here when I was a kid on my skateboard, see if you could go the fastest around the corners. Got a notice up there on the wall, it's old Victorian wall, don't know what it says now. So many years ago, 30, 40, 50 years ago, when my wife was young, she used to walk along here with her dad and we used to go down this underpass. I remember this underpass years ago. They blocked it in. Bus drivers used to get mud coming through with their Cohens and all that sort of thing to the bus garage. So they locked it all off. And her dad used to say to her, don't go down that underpass on your own because the Planet of the Apes are down there. So come on Amy, let's go, Planet of the Apes is coming. Yeah, but it's nice to see. It's still here, and all it's done is bricked it off. It's still under there. It's still all there. Oh, no one in there. Thank God for that. Yeah, so now we're going underneath Mallard Path. I used to come riding my bikes down here as a kid all the time. Had a bit of a fire, I think. Shame. So it's not a bad area really, apart from a bit of litter. Now we go off into the quiet bit again, West Thamesmead. So we're at Broadwaters dock now, and the deep water locks over there. If you look in some other videos, you'll see all the history about the railway bridge and the Pilkington Canal. And then once a month, we have to come in and clean this with a boat. So we bring the Jeep in, drive to the gates, open the gates, put the boat in the water, and we clean the big deep water lock out. City airport above. Also, if you look up ICAS exploration as well, you'll see a video on there all about the Royal Arsenal Railway, the swing bridge, and some other history stuff on there as well. Right, let's carry on. Right, so we come up through West Thamesmead and went out the Thames. Loads of new flats over there. There's a cormorant searching around for stuff there. There's a place over there, like an inlet, and it's got some concrete structures. I don't know if they're bunkers or what, but there's some vehicles over there. So try and get over there one day, find out what that is. So I don't know if I can get over there or not. I shall look on Google Earth later and see what we can find. Right, let's head east, going back that way. Going back towards the creek down there, that way. Probably another 4 miles to go. More original fences from the old Royal Arsenal days. Solid though, absolutely solid. Some more this side as well. Run into the tree. They're old rivets. It's not coming out of the ground. Pigeon. Got a bit more history through here, ain't it? Got the old gridiron. The old gridiron was two docks facing each other, and they bring the boats up and bring the trains down to the edge, and they would offload all the ammunition onto the old arsenal. If I remember, I'll put a link to a 3D image that someone done not so long ago. It's quite a new image, and he came to this site and done a 3D model. Really good. I don't really see this whole of this at low tide. We should be alright in a minute. So here we are. There's the gridiron going off into the river. And then the railway line would have been up that middle section on top of those pillars right the way up. What I'll do is I'll take you down there in a minute and show you where the gates are. Some big metal gates at the end of this gridiron. I'll show you those gates if I can climb down them without breaking an ankle. Be an easier way through. Yes. And then there's the big iron gates. Not to be opened anymore. Been here for 100 years or over that 100 years. And the concrete's still there. And the train will come down from the arsenal down through all the way down the gridiron to the boats right at the bottom. And there's some more of the original arsenal fence going all the way down there between the trees. Nice to see there's a bit left of it. Here we have quite a nice section of fence here. Absolutely solid. And it's got his stabilising bars at the back as well. Imagine who was here doing these rivets over 100 years ago. And this fence is still here. So whoever built this, your fence is still here, mate. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Built to last. In my 30 years of living around here, I've never noticed that ladder still there. Part of the ladder still on the end of that stanchion there. Never seen it before. You can see where it's worn away as well. And that's where the trains would have stopped, just here. Amazing histories. And we have some sort of amongst all this rubbish. We have this. Maybe the base to a crane or something, or a fence line, or a sign, or I don't know. Solid engineering history. Right, so we're just passing the river road in Barking Creek. over the other side of the river. If you look on my channel, there's a video on that done last year with your nephew Billy Bob. So, yeah. How you feeling, Amy? You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh good. We've done about 5 miles so far, so been a really nice day. Right, we'll carry on going then. It's like a summer's day. Right, so we're coming to the end of our walk for today. So we're going to turn off down here now and head off back home. It's been a nice day. So yeah, looking forward to a nice drink now. So yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks for all the new subscribers as well. So if you like this video, like and subscribe. Press the bell notification button on the side and it will tell you every time I do an upload. So normally about once every week, 2 weeks I do an upload. Right, see you all soon people. Cheers now. Bye now. Bye me.
Bye.
Bye.